and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video we are going to be baling some straw here on the farm. If you follow the channel, you know that the combine was recently here to harvest the oats. The straw we're harvesting today or baling today is from them oats. Currently Dad's up on the hill with the new baler and the 7810, so we're going to head up there and maybe haul a couple loads and get in on the action. I know one of the wagons we're going to pile, so maybe we'll do some piling while he's baling. Should be fun. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get up there and get to work. On the hill now, and Dad said he wants to pile this wagon. So out of the 3 wagons, one of them's going to get piled full, stacked on the wagon.
The thing is, this is our oldest running gear, and if you look in the back here, I mean, you need some metal fabrication here. This wagon's as old as me. Actually, I barely remember my dad buying this. That's all fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to just keep this one up a little extra something. We'll still have the other 4. We're not going to bale a lot yet. We'll bale some third crop.
Yeah, there'll be some third crop to bale, yeah.
But I mean, it usually doesn't yield that big anyways. And then this one here, we like to put in the calf barn in the spring or wherever. So then it's
mobile now. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like all our eggs in one basket. There'll be 3 good loads up here. This is actually, it's actually pretty decent stuff. There's a lot of grass in it. I mean, like, after we did get some rain, and the grass was about this tall and the oats was about that tall, so the oats actually yielded up pretty decent.
And you were talking that this is fine enough stuff where you might try to feed stuff.
Well, we're gonna see if they do it. Actually, I'm thinking about even tonight already, a few of those bales. We'll just see what they do with it. You know, if they leave too much lay behind, but I think the better place to feed it would be in the heart of the winter with the corn silage and, you know,
roughage.
Yeah, and I think it would help balance things out pretty good for them. If they eat it up good, I think there's a lot more nutrients and then whatever they don't eat can be lost for bedding. It just kind of depends on how they clean it up. We don't have too much junk left in the mangers.
It looks like the new baler's running good. You had change any settings or anything, or you got it pretty dialed in now?
No, and I'm trying to make them, now that this is so dry. Now it's extremely humid today, but straw is a little different. So I'm really packing them tight. Now the other baler, you know, the thrower, I just didn't want to push things too hard. You get too heavy, too long of bales, you end up with a bearing going out or something. But
yeah, and there's not a lot to do anyway, so it doesn't pay to have both the balers.
No, this isn't. The thing of a straw, when you cut the oats, it looks so tall, it looks like you're going to have a lot there, but by the time the combine gets done with it and then it shrinks up, you can really pack it in a bale.
Yeah, we were kind of talking too, like now with this newer, bigger combine that came out, and you guys will have seen that video, it kind of crimps it up like your discmine would. You know?
Oh yeah, and he's got like the chopper in the back where he said if he puts that on, we won't find it. And I mean, so then he ends up with a windrow. I think in the combine video, they probably, Owen took care of that one. So, but that's got to be well over 30 feet, and it's just a heck of a windrow. So then I go through with the tedder, but I can't blow it wide enough. So I was hoping it wouldn't get rain in it, because then it's really, it's still pretty thick. You got to blow it apart some to get some of that grass dried up a little bit. So basically, for every time he went around, I made 2 windrows out of what he did with 1, which still was kind of big.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed at all the grass that come through. There's a lot of alfalfa down in there. I mean, this is gonna turn out pretty good for us.
This will be some good new seeding here.
So you got some potash you're gonna put on after we're done here. That's what we typically do anyway. Get it on right away so it's there. It'll use it whenever it needs it. We'll be putting this in with the corn silage in the middle of September. Yeah. That'll be the only crop that'll come off here after this.
We're gonna stack that wagon, and then he's gonna keep baling.
Hey, look at the little green, but there's a solid. What I did after I put those big screws in,
Okay, so we got everything stacked that was on the baler. Dad, he's gonna hop in the tractor now. We're gonna bale maybe a round or so just to fill in this gap down here. So we get to go for a little bit of a ride on the baler. Hope you guys enjoy. It's looking like we should be able to get it all on the 3 wagons, which is great. We won't have to mess around getting a 4th wagon. Give you guys a closer look at the stand. Like we were saying, it's gonna turn out really nice. We got plenty of alfalfa coming through and grass. It's gonna be really nice. If we keep getting some of these late season rains here, this will be some beautiful, beautiful new seeding. Some beautiful 3rd crop, really rich, potent stuff. Straw is really nice too this year, really fine, beautiful looking stuff. In years prior, if the new seeding got too thick, my dad has had to come by and make a pass with the discbine once the combine went through to try to chop that stuff up even more. But this year, all he did was kind of go around the edges with the brush hog and some of the waterways, some of the spots where that flex head couldn't quite stay with the ground perfectly. And that's something too. We're really fortunate that we got a custom guy near us, a family friend that has such a big new combine and a nice head to where he can really mow the ground and and clean the grain really well. Versus in the past, guys around here, especially with your new seeding stands, you'd have to get in here with a mower, mow it down, and then the combine would come with one of those pickup heads, you know, so you'd have a swather come in, mow the field, wait a couple days for it to dry out, and then come in with the combine with that belt pickup head. It would go along with all the windrows. But now, especially with some of these newer combines, they can clean so well that a guy doesn't even have to mess around. One big pass, super wide. Dad and I were talking about that too, how he probably only made 4 or 5 total passes on this field, which is great. Super efficient. Alright, got the new wagon hooked up. Oh, plenty of twine. Look at that huge twine box. Looking great. And there we go. He is going with that last wagon. He should be able to fit it all like we were saying. The plan is now I'm going to walk down to the yard, probably grab the 686 and come grab that full load of straw, haul that down to our newer pole shed, our cold storage shed, and get that put away, reorganize some stuff down there, and then we got to move on to fertilizing. But as of right now, that's the plan. Go grab the 686 and get that straw moved. Walking back down to the yard here, I noticed already on 2 apple trees that they're starting to turn red. So you guys let me know in the comments, is that because it's a drier year? We're filming this beginning of August, and I feel like it's super early for apples to turn. Also, as I'm walking down here, it looks like my mother or one of my brothers, somebody's coming up here with the 7405. So hopefully I can beat him to the corner with the 686 and then take that down to that pole shed. Because parking stuff in that pole shed, that's where them smaller tricycle tractors come in handy versus the big 4-wheel drives. It's hard to back stuff in to tight places with them. So let's try to beat that guy, whoever that is, to the corner. So back up to the yard here. Wanted to show you this before we left. Gravity got the best of the manure spreader. We'll have to use the handyman jack or skid steer or something to hook it up to the 7405 once we're done spreading this fertilizer. Then we'll have to weld that back up and do something with that. Dad made it down here with the baler. He was able to fit it all. It's actually not too big of a load. This is the trailer we got here. Looks a little nicer than that last fertilizer spreader we had. Got some extra belts, it looks like. Make sure we're set correctly here. Got a 50-foot spread. We're on the big sprocket. Our gate height is at, it's 3 inches. Yeah, so around 200 pounds is what we're set at. I'm gonna double check with Boss Man before I take off that that's what we're supposed to be set at. Make sure that we got enough fertilizer to cover those 11, 12 acres of new seeding up there. That came here was a bit wider than the road, but that's okay. The cost of doing business. You gotta crack a couple eggs to make an omelet, if you guys get what I'm saying. We made it up to the field, and talk about a beautiful view up here. Man, so happy we don't have any haze or smoke from the wildfires. That's been gone now for a while. Super grateful for that. But anyways, we're gonna prime up the fertilizer spreader here and take off. We should have enough to cover roughly 10 to 12 acres based on what we ordered and what we got set. As for what we ordered, it's mainly a potash mix. I believe it's like a 4-2-30 or something like that. The first two numbers are pretty low. The nitrogen and the phosphorus, those are pretty low. And then we got potash and then a bunch of micronutrients in there. And I was actually kind of surprised when it comes to the cost of this higher end mix with all these micros. It's actually not too far off from just buying straight commercial conventional potash. That's interesting to know. But we got a nice new spreader here. Our dealer brought us out a newer one this time, so that should be fun. Let's get to spreading. Hopefully we have enough to cover it and I do a decent enough job lining up every pass without having any type of auto guidance or mapping or anything, so I'll do my best. I think I got most of the field covered. Just got a little swath on the way out yet. But let's check and see how much fertilizer we got left. See how decent of a job we did. Oh yeah, that is great. Just enough to kind of cover the back gate. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that pass on the way out. And if it doesn't run out, then I'll just come back here to the very top of the field and make a pass on the top until it runs out. But I am happy with that. I'd say I spread it out fairly accurately without auto steer or auto guidance. It's so crazy coming back here spreading fertilizer on the farm and not having any of that stuff. For my off the farm job, we got all the technology possible to do that stuff. It's a nice change of pace to do it this way. All right, let's finish spreading. So I'm back down in the yard now. Mason and Dad unloaded that first wagon of straw. Now we're gonna unload the second one. It's timing out pretty good. We got plenty of time now here before it's time to milk. So we'll be able to get this last load put away. And then while Dad's milking, I'll be cleaning up and spreading manure. Dad was giving grief that I wasn't down here hooking him up right away. Instead I was busy talking to you fine folks. Right there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we got that second load unloaded. Dad's grabbing the skid steer right now. We're gonna deal with this manure spreader. He's gonna lift that up. We're gonna get it hooked up, and then I'm gonna go spread the load of manure while he milks. And then we'll just leave it hooked up because we have some manure to spread tomorrow. But I also have to take those wagons down to the other shed once I get this load of manure spread. There you have it. We have all the equipment put away. We got that manure spread. Everything is wrapping up here. All that's left to do this evening is help finish up with milking. And I'd say we had a pretty solid day. Thank you all for sticking to the end. For those of you that don't know, we post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, every single week, 3 videos a week. So if you want to see more of us, make sure to watch all of them videos. Also, if you want to see us on other platforms, we do have a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.